All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Robert Ortiz, and I'm the Director of Family Engagement for College and Career. And we're going to talk tonight about what happens after Uplift. And so we're really happy to have the families that are here to join us. We know that we're still building out the high school at Uplift Wisdom, but we wanted to make sure that you have the information as early as possible of what kind of support that your scholar is going to be receiving as they transition out of Uplift and into a college or career. So welcome.
Muy buenas tardes a todos. Él es el señor Robert Ortiz, es el encargado del Departamento de Familias y ya sabemos que la escuela de Wisdom todavía sigue en construcción, pero la información que vamos a proveer hoy sobre cómo los estudiantes pueden todavía contar con el apoyo de Uplift después de la preparatoria es porque queremos proveer la información lo más pronto posible.
And then I'll hand it over to the Wisdom leadership team.
Hi, families. Thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Colin Davis. I'm one of the high school deans here at Wisdom. I'm joined by Miss Rachel Yearwood, too, our fabulous director. She's here on the call. We just want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. And as Robert said, one of the things that really makes Uplift unique compared to other districts around is not only the level of support that your scholar will get during high school in preparation for college and career, but tonight you're going to hear about the services they get after high school, which is a really, really big deal. So thank you for joining. We appreciate you being here.
Muy buenas tardes. Él es el señor Davis, es el encargado es uno de los encargados de la preparatoria y aquí está con la señora Yearwood y quiere darle las gracias porque están aquí y vamos a proveer la información también de qué tipos de servicios los estudiantes obtienen durante la preparatoria y después de la preparatoria.
Hello, so my name is Amanda Harmon, and as Robert just mentioned, I am one of the Alumni Success Counselors, and we have another Alumni Success Counselor on this call as well, so I'll let her introduce herself before we get started.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Sotelo. I'm one of the Alumni Success Counselors, and I'm also an Uplift alum.
All right, thank you, Megan. So we'll go ahead and just get started. So we're going to start off this presentation with just looking over our Uplift's mission. And so essentially just some things that I wanted to take away from this mission is that we are empowering students to reach their highest potential in college and in the global marketplace. I think that's very powerful. And I think as we continue to go through this presentation, you'll see or have a better understanding of exactly how we will do that for your particular scholar. Okay, so as I just mentioned that we believe in scholars reaching their highest potential. We do this as we as the we as the Road to College and Career team. We do this by providing academic counseling, college access. We provide career exposure, alumni support, which you will learn more about today, which is what we're talking about, and then family involvement, which Robert is the one that spearheaded this event, brought it together. And so that's just proof how we are trying to bring all these things together to make it possible for your scholar to achieve high success. So our alumni support is, to me, unique. And I believe that it's something that a lot of students miss out on. They don't have the opportunity to have or have the privilege to have this type of support that we give our scholars across the school districts. And so I think it's super important to keep that in mind, that once you're a scholar, or excuse me, that we have a dedicated team to support your scholar once they graduate from Uplift. So that will look like support in college. So if your scholar wants to go to a college in-state, or if they want to go to a college out of state, there's support there. And we'll go into detail a little bit later exactly what that support looks like. But then we also give them support career-wise. We have a new career team that is here to help. And as mentioned, we'll go a little bit more into what that career service looks like. But not a lot of students have that opportunity that we give. So we kind of give our students a head start on internships and career opportunities. And again, as mentioned, our Alumni Success Team, we do a lot of activities to make sure that our scholars stay engaged. So essentially, our big goal is to have 70% of our scholars, our graduates, earn a degree within 6 years of graduating. This is possible, and so that is why that is our big goal. But one thing that Uplift really realized, because that mission, in our mission statement, we wanted to not only help them reach their highest potential in college, but we want to help them reach their highest potential in the global marketplace. And so to do so, we have set a new goal of 90% of our graduates will earn an economically viable post-secondary credential and enter the career pathway. So again, just as mentioned, a lot of school districts do not offer the type of support that we offer. I know I didn't graduate from Uplift, and I know for a fact that I did not have this type of support. I graduated from a traditional ISD. And so the support, based on the support that we've offered our alums once they graduate, they are 4 times likely to succeed in this marketplace.
All right, so now that Amanda has given us a little bit more context about Uplift, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what support we offer, both as the Alumni Success Team and the Career Team. There we go. So our post-secondary team, so the teams that work with scholars after they graduate from Uplift, it's broken up into 2 teams. So we have the Alumni Success Team, which is our team, and we work directly with the alumni who go to college after high school, which includes both 2-year and 4-year institutions that are in-state, out-of-state, and then out of the country, because we do have several alumni who choose to go to school outside of the country. And then we also have our career services team. So they work with the alumni to help with every step of their career journey. And they support alumni who choose an alternative pathway as well. So if maybe they want to go to a trade school, military, training program, or directly into the workforce. So as far as the things that we do as an alumni success team, we answer questions on registration, financial aid, improving grades, getting involved, basically anything that has to do with college. They can come to us and we'll work with them on getting the answers that they need. We also connect them, the scholars, to additional departments and resources on campus based on support that they need. So if maybe they need academic support, we may refer them to tutoring services, or if they need help with financial aid, we might go to the financial aid office with them or kind of guide them through what to say to get the answers that they need. We also host alumni events. So several topics may include academic success, financial aid support, time management, self-care, and social events to meet other alumni. So I know we've done events on study tips and things like that, or we'll bring in other schools to help them learn how to utilize those tutoring services and things like that. We also help them with financial aid when it comes time for them to refill out that FAFSA And then time management, self-care. We also brought in our director of well-being for Uplift to talk about, good healthy habits and making sure they're taking care of themselves and things like that. And then finally, we just basically act as your student's go-to person if they're unsure of who to ask for help. So I know a lot of times we get questions about how do I re-register for classes, or who do I go to talk to about this? And it's our job to kind of direct them to the right person or get them the answers that they need. And then as far as our career services team, they work with our students who go on to the workforce or another pathway. So they provide free career services such as resume building, interview prep, cover letter revisions, and things like that. They connect alumni with relevant opportunities and educate them about networking. They also host events for alumni to connect them with various resources. An upcoming one would be preparing for a full-time job, and then also share internship opportunities and assist with job preparation. So we do have an alumni job board as well, and we like to send out information on upcoming opportunities that might be interesting to them or might fit their career goals as well. So as far as staying connected after high school, we do communicate with them a lot. So every Uplift graduate will continue to receive free college and career support. So they don't have to pay us anything after they graduate. We're here to help them no matter what. So during their first year of college, as far as alumni support from our team, they receive about 3 texts a month. So we usually send reminders about upcoming deadlines, our monthly event, and then also a general text to see how they're doing and if they need any help with anything, and make sure that they're doing okay. And it's completely up to them to respond. We don't expect them to respond every single time we text them, just as they need us. But if they ever need help, they can always respond or text us, and we'll set up a time to meet with them and kind of help them through whatever it is that they need help with. We also host events to help alumni develop necessary college and career skills. So as I said, we do those workshops and social events and things like that. And then additionally, they'll also receive information on upcoming opportunities. So as they're graduating, we usually have them fill out a quick profile with their contact information and their career goals and what they plan to major in college. So that allows us to help them when it comes time for them to look for jobs and internships and also scholarship opportunities and things like that. All right, so that concludes pretty much all of our information on alumni support. Does anybody have any questions? And if not, that just means Amanda and I did a great job.
Well, I would add in there just in case, maybe our parents on the call just don't really, had to take a time to take all that in. But essentially what Megan and I just mentioned is that when your babies graduate, because they're going to always be your babies, they have an entire team of people, regardless of what they choose to do, a team of people that will support them. And again, I've only been working with Uplift for less than 3 years, or maybe 3 years now, but it has just been such a great opportunity for me to work with our scholars who don't necessarily know exactly where they're going, and they end up going to a college and they end up realizing like, oh, I can really do this. I can achieve, I can have success. And it's been even more of a privilege to work with students that aren't sure what school they want to go to, they're not sure if college is even for them, and also like sharing my story with them and letting them see like, you don't have to have everything figured out right now, but as long as you have people, by your side, encouraging you, eventually you'll get there. And that's exactly what we're here for. So if you have questions, please ask them. I believe the question was, how do they go back? How can we go back to this information? Robert will be sending out the recordings of this presentation.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job, Amanda and Megan. Thank you for sharing. If you could speak to, with our Wisdom families in the Wisdom School, it's an exciting time to have their first graduating class in a couple of years. And so they're going to be receiving a lot of support and information here pretty soon. So can you speak to how your team supports scholars during the transition from high school to college and or careers? And what are some of those things that they can be looking forward to?
Megan, you want to take that one?
Yeah, I can take that one. So after your scholar makes their decision on what they want to do after high school, whether that's college or career, they'll get paired up with one of us. So just speaking from the alumni team perspective, we connect with them directly after high school. Over the summer, if they need help, getting registered for classes and turning in those documents they need, just to make sure they're all set for the fall, we walk them through all of those steps. And then throughout their first year, we kind of just guide them through everything. As you saw, we reach out to them pretty frequently. And then we typically have events as well, just to get them connected to other people on campus, other Uplift students, and just make sure that they have the skills that they need throughout that first year. And then it's also similar from the career perspective as well, where after high school, they get connected with the career team and they're there to help them reach their career goals as well.
And I just want to throw this in there. When Robert mentioned something about the transition from basically high school over to our team. In the past, when we first started this Alumni Success Team, or the counselors, we realized that it was super important for us to introduce ourselves to the senior scholars that senior year. We realized that was a critical point for them, because when you go off to college, or once you graduate, they kind of have that stranger danger type of mentality, because that's what we teach our kids, right? And so when we realized how critical that is something that we started to transition to, and that was having our Alumni Success Team get in front of that senior class. So at the beginning of the school year in August, we would have a small introduction, and then in the middle we would introduce ourselves. This year's been a little bit different because of COVID, so we haven't been able to be on campus and actually interact with our senior class this year, but we've given it our best effort to be in their classrooms in person and to be in their classrooms virtually. So hopefully by the time your scholars get ready to enter into that realm, we will be we'll be COVID free, and they'll be able to meet our team in person before they even graduate.
Yeah, and another thing I want to add really quickly is, even though they will be the first class to graduate from Wisdom, we do have 5,000 other alumni who have graduated from our other Uplift schools. So we try to do a really good job of connecting alumni with our freshmen with older alumni. That way they have someone on campus that they can talk to, whether it's don't take this class with this professor, or can I sell you this textbook, or just having a buddy. We know that's really important as well.
Any more questions? You can put those in the chat, or if you want to come off mute and ask the question that way, that works as well. Or if there's anything about the presentation that you would like Megan and Amanda to go back and cover again, we can also do that.
Megan, I think that means we did a marvelous job. No, I wouldn't dare give myself that much credit. Maybe my colleague Megan, but not me. Yeah, you know, I think maybe in the next slide, or I think we have it somewhere, but we do also have contact information. Yeah, there it is. We do have contact information. So if you don't have any questions right now, or maybe you do have questions and you just really don't feel comfortable saying them out loud or typing them in the chat, which is completely fine. We've provided here our email address for the Alumni Success Team, as well as the email address for the Career Service Team. And just like we tell scholars all the time, like there's no right or there's no wrong question. So, you know, feel free to ask us anything. As silly as you may think it is, we probably already heard it. And so we would love to give you, you know, clarity or any type of answers.
Great. I also placed a survey in the chat. And so it's a 3-question survey. If you can click on that before we dismiss and provide us your thoughts to those questions, that can help us just know what to create for you to make sure that you are aware of things going forward. One thing I do want to mention is, you know, something that Mr. Davis shared earlier is that Uplift is very unique. And the ways that makes us unique, we're very proud of. And that can go from our IB education to providing the IB diploma program to our Road to College and Career team, which I know you'll learn more about in the coming years and next months probably. But also this team right here, this Alumni Success Team, where scholars that graduate from us, they're not done with us. And so we make sure that we remain connected with them and make sure that they are continuing with those goals that they had in mind. We know that the college going process is challenging. It is not easy, regardless of your background and what you know. There's always something new that seems to be implemented that can create challenges and barriers to accomplishing that goal. And so we're really excited to have this team part of Uplift, because that's what they're committed to, is to be aware of those barriers and those things that can get in the way sometimes, and to make sure that your scholar is being supported in the best way possible in that journey. And so we are super excited about that. We're excited to see where your scholars are going to end up in the next few years and what they decide to do and find their place in the world. And so super excited and thankful to have you join us tonight. And then as Amanda shared those email addresses, we're here anytime along with Wisdom's campus leadership to answer your questions, to talk through things, because again, this process is complicated and it's a lot. And it's through those conversations that we can feel a little bit better about those next steps.
I just want to say thank you to the Alumni Success Team for being here today. It really means a lot that you came to our campus community and talked with our family, so thank you.